Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and T-Roy. Hello, T.
Hey, bud.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, just okay?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm super exhausted today. I don't know what that's all about. I did have a appointment at a podiatrist
Yeah?
earlier. Yeah, I've got a toe that's decided I'm going left on my left foot. My big toe is just like taking a left. So I'm like, okay, I got to go see someone about this. It can't be good for my back. It can't be good for knees, and feet, and all that. And so they,
So it's just, is it bent? Is it like,
Yeah, it's like a
like in the
bunion
middle
or
is it
something?
turned, or is it like the whole thing's kicked over?
no,
What are we
when you
talking about?
when you look at the X-rays, the four little pigs,
Yeah.
are great,
Straight.
totally straight, doing their thing,
Yeah.
and then the big pig is like doing this kind of thing. I don't know if you can see that. It's like going sideways.
Okay.
I don't know, a bunion. What do they call that?
I don't know. I don't think that's a bunion.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it looks like my toe's broken. Yeah, and
But
it never used to be like that. It's relatively new. I mean, over a couple of years. COVID's thrown everything off.
You been wearing extra pointy shoes or anything?
No,
Okay.
no witch shoes, nothing.
I was thinking more, you know what I had in my head was the dope-ass boots from the Mexican brothers in Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, those guys are
long-ass
awesome.
pointy boots like that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because you
With
could
the
take,
skull on the tip.
you'd have to put up with a bent toe to, rock shit like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, probably.
Just curious.
No, it's not that. But then it gets into, I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what's the best move for me, right? Is there like a sling you can put in? Because I think you can strengthen that muscle. And he's fucking with the toe, and it's
I just go straight Dion. Just get rid of it.
Just cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose I could do that. Although it's a big pig.
Yeah.
It's not one of the little pigs. If it was a pinky pig, I would have cut it off myself.
All right.
Just done with it.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit.
Well, what if it starts, collaborating with the other toes and they all start
The other
turning
pigs
left?
are not playing ball. Like, dude, I was impressed. It was one sexy ass X-ray.
Yeah.
The first four pigs. I mean, bones are aligned and straight. You can see the nail, like everything. It's great. And then this one asshole, and it's like, well, it could be the shoes you're wearing. I'm like, believe it or not, I put the same shoes on both feet.
That's a good point.
It's very rare that I have the pointy Breaking Bad boot
Have
on
you
my left
accidentally been
foot.
putting them on backwards, putting the wrong foot,
I have
shoe
not.
on the wrong foot?
I have not. And I haven't been wearing the Breaking Bad pointy thing on one foot and then like a Hoku or whatever on the right foot.
Yeah.
So it could be genetic. I'm like, okay, I don't think anyone in my family that I'm aware of has this.
Got crooked toe disease?
Yeah, no, none of them. So I don't know. But then they're like, yeah, well, we could get you this and that. And we'll get, we like to start with injections. I'm like, been through this with the back. I know how this goes.
Yeah.
So you're willing to do 3 injections. And I'm like, what's that for? And they're like, well, for the discomfort and pain. I'm like, I didn't want to say anything because, whatever. But I'm like, it's really not that painful. It's just, it's starting to look weird. So they're like, well, we'll give these injections and then we could do a $400 orthotic, we mail out for and we take measurements. And then we can recommend some wider shoes. I'm like, those look goofy as fuck. I'm not wearing those.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a crooked
Ronald
foot.
McDonald shoes.
Yeah. It's like when Tiger Woods started wearing those Nike ones with what looks like Jeremy Renner's fingertips for the front of the shoe.
Well, I've seen them.
They're goofy. There's,
Okay.
but he's got knee problems and foot problems probably. And so it's like, yeah, but you look like Ronald McDonald on the golf course. It looks silly. I'm not doing that to myself. I'd rather have a fucked up toe.
Tiger can pull it off, not you.
Yeah, Tiger doesn't even pull it off. What chance do I have?
But old Tiger could have. Now,
Maybe.
Now, new Tiger's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, 40-year-old
bit.
Tiger.
Yeah.
It's not
I
working.
almost feel bad for him now.
Yeah, it's all falling apart. At least he's a billionaire. Who cares? He'll be fine. The rest of us, on the other hand. And I was like, yeah, if you think I'm dropping $400 on a support thing insert for my shoe, you are crazy. And so my next question was, will any of this fix
Yeah.
what
is
it looks like?
that the cure?
Is that a cure? Oh, no, this is just about stabilizing. I'm like, let me deal with stabilizing.
It's not like a retainer or something, or like your
No,
braces
exactly.
where they're slowly going to change those out and creep the toe back over or something.
Yes.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That
would make sense. And I'd be like, oh, okay, so this is a multi-month process. But if I wear this every night or every day, under my shoe, then it's going to correct the problem. And he's like, no, not going to correct it. You'd need surgery for that.
Can we try it on our own?
What?
What if we jam something? You know,
You
it's comfortable
can. I think
between
you
your
can.
big toe and second toe.
Yeah, I've had
Force
something.
it straight, like just when you sleep
Yeah.
or whatever. Just to, and do that over time and see if it self-corrects at all. Similar to braces.
Yeah.
Or the retainers, Invisaligns or whatever, and then they
Right.
slowly like change, and you have to keep getting them updated.
Yep.
Let's Invisalign that toe, man.
Yeah, we might be able to. It's just a pain in the ass. I've had it before. There's one that's like sort of squishy, like a rubber type thing. It's like a spacer. You put for sleeping, and you put between your toe. But that wasn't doing much.
What if when you break your toe and then they reset it? Like I had my arm broken in 2 places when I was a kid, and they had to go and then reset it.
Really?
Which was awful. But
were you awake when they reset it?
yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because
brutal.
I broke both bones in
How'd
different
you do
places,
that?
jumping off the not the monkey bars, but like the like metal dome climbing thing.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you climbed up the sides. I don't even know what you call that thing, jungle gym kind of thing, or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Jumping off that, and I don't remember what happened. I either slipped or caught something, and I landed on the arm, and it just went. I was on the second grade, I think, on the playground in elementary school.
Oh, that would have freaked me out.
Yeah, yeah,
Freaked me out. Like broken bones on kids when I was a kid.
yeah.
Freaked me out.
So one of them went like down, and the other one went up.
Out of the skin? Was it a compound?
No, I mean, no, it didn't break the skin, but it was like pushing up on the skin. You could see. So yeah, my arm did a whole like S.
Oh.
Yeah, and then had to go to the hospital, and they were like,
Oh, you must have
ripped
been
it all
crying
back
like
in.
a son.
No,
of a
my
bitch.
mom turned green as shit though.
I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's brutal.
I took it like a champ.
Yeah.
I had to have the cast like all the way up with the little
Oh, the
crossbar.
post, yeah.
to keep it stabilized at first.
Yeah.
I was like this for a while. Weirdest thing, crazy fact, that once I had that on for I don't know how long. A
So
while
did you
at
learn to
first.
write left-handed for a while?
I tried. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
But then once they took it from the full shoulder cast, like that kept it up at a 90-degree angle.
Let me guess.
Well, then when they cut it down, and then I had it just in like to keep the arm at a 90, but I didn't have to have it elevated anymore. Like I
It would
literally
just
would
go-
just like float up. Like
Yeah.
it felt like my arm was floating for.
It's
like
a weird
week.
feeling when you get a cast off.
Yep.
You know, you don't realize. It's like, oh, I've been in this for 4 or 6 weeks. I remember when I cut a cast off after 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were in the middle of the soccer season at Harrison.
Yep.
And I sawed that off like, yeah, we're playing in districts or regionals, whatever the hell it was. I'll cut
I'm
it off
not
and
missing
play.
this
I'm not
game.
missing- Yeah, it's stupid shit. But I remember taking a cast off and was like, all of a sudden my leg was like this thin.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what the fuck happened to my leg?
Yeah.
It like, I understand. Like you think of like, old people with bed sores and shit. It's like, how long were you laying in that fucking bed, dude?
Long enough.
Long enough.
Doesn't
but
take
it
that long,
Doesn't take that
obviously.
long
Nope.
for shit to stiffen and to atrophy.
No
and
shit.
It's crazy.
But I think we could break it and reset it and just set it straight and let it heal back up that way.
I'd be cool with that.
You'd have to take a little pain for a minute. It's not gonna
Yeah.
it's not gonna be pleasant. I can promise you that.
But you don't have any ability to say whether or not it's going to actually fix the problem or make it 10 times worse.
Neither does your doctor.
Well, he's going to have more of an idea.
Can't guarantee
If I go,
it.
look, dude, I could pay you $400 for a fucking support shoe that you admit is not going to fix the problem. Or T-Roy says he'll break the toe and we'll set it ourselves, like Invisalign. What do you think?
Well, of course, he has vested interest in the $400 shoes. And the $400 shoes aren't even going to fix it. You're going to have to do
No,
that
I know.
and then still
That's
pay
why
for the
I said,
surgery.
yeah. And then he did an
I'll do it
injection.
for free. I'll do it for free.
Okay.
Free.
I need some.
I'll give you
painkillers. I need
$20.
some more painkillers
I'll
because
give
I'm
you
not going
$20 to do it.
I'm going to need a fifth of whiskey,
Yeah.
vodka, whatever, your choice, and a handful of painkillers. If I'm going in that hot and letting you break it,
Yeah.
and set it.
Well,
and-
you can do it yourself. I just don't think you can.
No, I don't think I can.
yeah.
Maybe with a vice and a hammer.
Yeah, but I don't. When it comes right down to it, I don't think you'd be able to pull.
What
the
are you going to
trigger.
do it with? You're fucking. You just gonna
Yeah, like
grab it.
crab legs, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
But
getting kind of
it's-
excited thinking about it.
I think I think it's just broken. I think what you have is cartilage in the joint.
yeah.
Right. I should show.
Let's do 3 months
you have
of the
cartilage.
spacing.
You have cartilage in here, and so nothing's broken. I thought it was broken. Nothing's broken, but it's just bending left.
And they couldn't give you any reason why.
No, I mean, outside of you're a pussy, probably.
What the fuck's that got to do with? What the hell's it being a pussy? Got
or
to do
my
with your toe
shoes.
turning?
It's like, you know how many millions of people wear Nikes? I wear almost Nikes exclusively.
Yeah.
I understand they're a sweat farm and all the sweatshop place and all that. I don't care. Whatever. But I usually wear Nikes, occasionally Converse. So I'm like, you telling me the I don't know, 300 million people worldwide that are wearing Nikes all have one toe fucking off? I don't buy it.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't. So my choices were spend $400 for a little support thing that I think I could do myself with a pack of cotton balls and some tape. I think I could get it to arch support, toe support myself without spending the $400.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out quite as well.
Well, we don't know until we try it.
I don't think arch
Certainly
support
not
is
with that
affecting your
attitude.
big toe there either.
No, that's what he
Talking a
said.
couple
That's
different
what he said it is. It's the arch.
Why
He
aren't
said
you-
you have too much flexibility in your arch, which is the problem. He said, you know, if you get a pair of Brooks shoes, you familiar with those?
Yeah.
Saucony. I'm like, okay, you're not naming brands that I'm like dying to go out and
They're like
get.
runner shoes, but that because they're known
Yeah.
for good support.
Right.
what you need.
I do have a pair of the it's the Hawaiian. I think it's Hawaiian running shoe. I just named it.
Hookahs? Hakus? Hakuna Matatas?
Hakuna Matatas.
All right.
I do have a pair of those. He's like, oh yeah, those are good. And then I have whatever NFL Bob got me.
Oh, I thought those were them.
No. The Hokus are not that expensive.
Oh, okay.
Those were ridiculous. Those Italian-made ones, which I'm sure he would say is great. But again, you're getting into vast amounts of money.
Well, maybe you should wear those exclusively. Yeah. Try
in the
that.
summer, dude. I don't wear socks and shoes in the summer.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
You wear your Birks
I do wear the Birks.
all like all the time.
Yeah, I did like the last 2 summers.
I saw that's where. Oh, and your toe was fine 2 summers ago.
No, it was not.
Yeah, I saw that's what thing like after running or working out or something that people wear the Birks because of the arch support in the cork and the sole.
Really?
It's like to heal or recover.
The only problem is I've had my Birks for about 10 years,
Yeah.
and they've run out of support.
Well, you can go ahead and grab another one.
Yeah. What do Birks cost nowadays?
$100.
$100.
Somewhere
Everything's
in there.
$100.
Yeah, I know.
Just about everything.
Yeah, you can find them cheaper somewhere here and there. If
But
you like.
what they did do, again, not to straighten the toe, was they gave me an injection, which the reason I let them do it is A, insurance covered it, so I didn't have to fucking come out of pocket for it. And B, those injections worked really well on my knee many years ago, like cortisone injections.
Yeah.
You know, would kind of stabilize my knee back in the day, and it was like, oh, good, I'm good for months. And then you'd get another one, you know. But
We'll see.
yeah, mine is more cosmetic. I think it looks like shit,
Well, it's if it's trending that way, it could become a
and it's
real
not going
problem.
to stop.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy. It's funny, man. I was
I
out.
cut it off. If it's going left, it's turning libtard, and you just got to cut that fucker off right now.
Yeah.
You can't have a libtard
cut the
toe.
cancer off. I went to a dinner in downtown Brighton, I don't know, a year ago. Brought Cece. I was with my mom, and we were eating outdoors. And this guy.
Whose doors?
Huh?
Whose doors?
You don't know her.
Okay.
But anyway, we were eating on the patio.
You and your mom were eating outdoors. Lucky bitch.
It was Ray Manzarek and the ghost of Jim Morrison is
Fair.
who we were eating out. Anyway, so I've got Cece sitting there. She's less than a year old or about a year old, and she's adorable. And this guy comes up and he's just like, "Oh my God, this is the cutest dog ever." He's going on and on. You know how it is when you walk around with Bogey. And so I look down as he's petting Cece, and he's wearing flip-flops, and he's got a toe that's like, you know,
Yours in 2 years?
mine in 100 years.
Oh, okay.
It's completely hard left across like 3 toes.
Just fold it over. Just
It's
can't
over
I can't even do it.
all the rest of the pigs. It's just like taking a nap across all the rest of the pigs. And I was like, that can't be good. And I got to imagine if you don't do something about yours, sir, it's going to do that.
I'm
And
guessing
there's no
they
hiding
were
from that.
sandals, not flip flops.
Yeah, they
he's-
were sandals.
Yeah, he didn't have that divider between the big toe and the second toe. Yeah.
It's not good. Not good. Anyway,
No.
enough about me.
Yeah, and that big toe.
But they did do a shot in there which felt really good. jamming a needle into your toe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yep, very good. So I go back in 4 weeks.
Well, a lot of times before you have surgery, you'll have to jump through all those hoops too.
Yeah.
So you may as well start that train now.
I told him to save it. I just went through this with my back.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Doesn't
I understand.
matter. You'll have to go. You'll have to have
Yep.
PT. You'll have to do things like that before they do the surgery.
Exactly.
It's the game. It's the money-making racket.
What I'm not doing is spending $400 I don't have on something that's not going to straighten it out. Forget it. No.
Okay.
I already got them. I got them. I'm good.
Sure.
I'm good on those. That's what I'll tell the doc. Nah, no need to order me new ones. I got them.
I know a
Did it on
guy.
my own. I know a guy.
I got a guy.
Are you familiar with Dr. Scholl? I went to him long time ago, and he hooked me up.
My buddy Bill Scholl. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah. Measured me out and everything.
Yep. Said it's super supportive. Lots of arch support, everything. Yeah. I wear them all the time. Shocked I'm not wearing them right now, doc. My bad. Schedule that surgery and straighten this son of a bitch out. Let's get this big toe flowing in the right direction.
There you go.
He's embarrassing me at this point. I don't need a left-leaning anything in my life.
No more open-toed shoes for you, sir.
Nope. Lot going on in the world. Actually, there's not a lot going on in the world.
It does seem a bit dull.
It's been boring as shit for a couple weeks. I'm telling you, man, as human beings, we need some sort of friction and shit, either to rally behind or hate on.
And usually it's generated for us. That
Yes.
seems to be the...
Right.
I'm sure the news organizations are just dying on the vine waiting for them to find that sub.
Yeah.
We need this story. We need this fucking sub.
No, the sub, if they find the sub 1 hour after they ran out of air and there's 5 dead submariners inside, greatest day in the news history. You know, here we are live at the docks as in Newfoundland, Canada. As
Now,
they,
my question is, like, all right, so we know the timeline here, right? Like Thursday morning or something is when their air runs out.
Thursday,
theoretically.
5 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay, perfect. Whatever
Yeah.
it is. So, I mean, at that point, are they like, all right, fuck it? Or are they going to keep looking until they find them? They just get to exhume the bodies? Or how long does this thing go?
They
And
left the
who's fu-
Titanic on the bottom of the ocean for 100 years.
Well, you're not going to pull that thing up.
I don't know why. There's other people saying that too. Like, why don't you just try to pull the Titanic up?
While you're down there.
Yeah.
Hey, while you're down there, hook a line on the Titanic,
Dude,
too.
can you imagine what a museum that would become if you supported it and drew the Titanic back up?
Yeah.
Gave
And there's-
tours? This is where Rose and Jack sat. You know, some bullshit story. Who cares?
Yeah.
People would love it.
Big time.
And then the Submariners,
Yeah, have a photo op on the front of it. Everybody could go do the actual
Yeah.
pose.
the Titanic song is playing as you're doing
Bring the
your-
Titanic and leave the sub.
Just leave it down there. What does it matter? These guys have been down here way longer. They've been down 100 years.
Who's
They're
flipping
just
the bill
bums.
for this?
Probably the governments, U.S. government.
Is this a U.S.-based company that ran this?
I don't know, but
shit show.
They don't say the RMCP, the Royal Mounted Canadian Police, but they say the RMC, I believe it's called, or RCC Halifax, Royal Canadian
Coast Guard. maybe?
Guard,
Royal
Halifax?
Royal Coast.
Royal Canadian Coast Guard, probably, right?
Well, they don't. There'd be a G in there.
RCGC, yeah, I suppose.
Let's see.
You know, I was struggling with this story because I was telling you before we even came down here. I was like, God, I don't know what it is about this story, but I'm trying. You know, you want to find a humanitarian aspect to a story that you can rally behind.
Oh, CCG, right? Then we said, yeah, Canadian
No.
Coast Guard. Oh,
No. RCC Halifax. It's part of their Coast Guard of some state.
yeah. That's weird. Okay, Joint JRCC is a rescue coordination center operated by the Royal Canadian Air Force, the RCAF, and the Canadian Coast Guard, CCG. The JRCC Halifax is responsible for coordinating the search and rescue, SAR, for these idiots.
Okay.
So they have it as JRCC Halifax, Joint Rescue Coordination Center.
Okay. They may have just said RCC Halifax.
Rescue Coordination Center.
Yeah.
We're correcting them.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do here. But anyways, I was telling you how I'm struggling to get behind this, and I think you nailed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's hard to feel bad for these people. I mean, it's not, a fucking 6-year-old stuck in a well,
right.
where the whole world rallies around it.
Right. Baby Jessica?
Sure.
Was Jessica the well girl? I think she was.
Yeah.
It was like the first like international story for CNN.
You know what's funny is
What's
when I
that?
think about the kid stuck in the well, I do not think of Baby Jessica. I think of 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys, the movie?
The Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that. Is Brad Pitt in that too, or is he seven?
Yep.
He
Oh,
is.
yeah. Monkey. Yeah, that's one of the like storylines in there, like on the news, because he's from the future, and then it's happening when he comes back, and he's talking about how the kid's fine, and they're like, "How do you know?" And and they said he's hiding in a barn or something, and it turns out the kid was hiding in the barn. They're like, "Oh my God, he isn't from the future." That's how they figure it out. But every time I hear kids stuck
Is that
in the
a good
well,
movie?
it's a fantastic movie.
Really?
I really like 12 Monkeys. Yes. Definitely.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for stuff to watch.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little slow in parts, but
That's okay. That
have
doesn't
to
bother
kinda,
me as
I
much.
mean, when you get all the way through it,
Yeah.
you know, it ties it all together. You know, there's, but I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that 90s?
Yeah, gotta be early
Yeah.
90s. Yeah.
I know, like over Christmas, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't know when it was, but I was with
95.
G, and we were watching all the Die Hards, and G's like, "Oh yeah, man, they're great, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I saw Die Hard 1, it was fucking amazing." He's like, "Die Hard 2's good, 3's good, 4's good." And I was like, "Really?" Now my brother is sus,
Yeah.
legit sus when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing joke with the family, like, "Well, Greg liked it, but
So
you know."
we'll pass.
Yeah, hard pass on that one. But he's like, yeah, it's good. And I watched part 2, and I was like, that fucking ate giant dicks. Horrible. But then the one with Bruce Willis, they kind of, or I'm sorry, with Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson.
Okay.
You got kind of introduced to a young Sam Jackson. It was okay. But, dude, the original Die Hard absolutely lives up to this very moment. You
No
can
doubt.
watch it right now.
Nakatomi Tower,
Yeah.
all day, every day.
Fox Building is what that
Hans
actually
Gruber
is.
falling
Oh,
off. Oh, it's perfect.
Hans Gruber. It's just...
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah. Clay. Bill Clay. Bill Clay is my fucking favorite, dude.
Yeah.
It's so great because you're like, no! Don't give him the gun, Bruce! Don't! He's the bad guy! He's faking you out! And then it's like, oh, oops.
Oh.
Oops, Hans, no bullets. What do you think I am? Fucking stupid? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Oh, it's so great. So great. But I think, yeah, it's hard to rally behind 5 individuals that forked out $250,000 each to go traipsing on the bottom of the ocean looking at, the grave site of the Titanic.
Yeah.
And it's sad, and it's like, oh, there's a billionaire on board. And then there's this dickhead with his son. You're like, okay, I kind of feel bad for this father and son team, but they didn't give the son free passage. So that dad just forked out a fucking $500,000.
Right.
Take him and his son on this trip. I guess that's what the rich do. They're always looking for some exclusive thing to do. Oh, now we're all launching into space.
We could do things that normal people can't do.
Right. And then it makes it a lot harder to feel empathy.
Yeah, I really feel none. I really don't. I mean, I'll tell you
it's
the
bad,
only
yeah.
the only one is because there's only 5 people on board.
Right.
So that means there wasn't a captain on board, a pilot, if you will. Right?
I think the owner was on board or something.
I thought there was 5 paying passengers. I thought.
So you went missing with its passengers. Billionaire, of course, he gets first billing. Hamish Harding,
Yep.
French explorer Paul-Henri Nargeolet.
Okay.
I care about him less right this minute than I did a day ago.
True.
Before I knew his name.
Yeah. I care most about the unnamed passenger.
Yeah. Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush.
Yeah.
And Shazda Dawood and his son Suleiman.
So there's 5. There's the 5.
There's the
5 people on board.
One of them is the CEO of Ocean Gate, who I believe makes the thing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless, yeah, I have no empathy whatsoever.
You have rich person.
So I was going to say I'd feel bad for the guy that they paid to drive the fucking boat down there.
Yeah, the guy making $12 an hour to pilot the thing with a fucking.
But if he's the owner of the
PlayStation
company
remote.
and it's his own negligence that's created this shit show, then yeah, I feel less for him.
Yeah, and I have some information about some things he said recently, which makes me go, yeah, good, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If that's your attitude, then yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So, last-ditch effort involving heavy machinery and submarines arrived in Newfoundland on Tuesday night, 3 C-17 aircraft from the U.S. Air Force landed at a cargo terminal in St. John's, Newfoundland, carrying unmanned vehicles capable of going 19,000 feet underwater, as well as 2 heavy-duty Hyundai winches emblazoned with 6,000 kilogram line pull.
Okay.
I wish they'd do this in pounds, man. I don't know kilograms. It doesn't sound like that much, 6,000 kilograms.
Yeah, we could do the conversion, but...
A huge roll of cable, 2 large machines that said high voltage on their sides. That's when reporters don't know shit. It's like, yeah, I don't know, couple big yellow boxes. It said high voltage.
6,000 kilograms is 13,227 pounds.
Okay, so that's its line pull. So if you've got 2 of those, 26,000 pounds?
Yep.
Okay. A forklift truck loaded the equipment onto 6 flatbeds. The equipment was taken to a port where a ship dubbed the Horizon Arctic was scheduled to leave at midnight, although the journey to the area where Titan is submerged would take 15 hours. The Titan may be as deep as 12,000 feet below the surface.
Are they calling the Titanic Titan?
Yeah.
Why?
No. That's the name of the sub. Is the Titan. Titan 1 or Titan 2 or something like that.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. So both winches would be, so this thing's 10,432 kilograms. So they need both of those winches to be able to hoist this thing.
That's good math, yeah.
They do say late Tuesday banging sounds were reported coming in 30-minute intervals near where the Titan went missing with its passengers. RCC Halifax launched a P-8 Poseidon, one of my favorite Poseidons.
Yeah.
Way better than the P-7. Honestly, the changes they made from the P-7 to the P-8, I'm just saying.
Strong.
Which has underwater detection capabilities from the air. I don't think the P-7 can say that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to see it from the air.
No, not a chance. The P-8 deployed sono buoys, which reported a contact position close to the distress position. The P-8 heard banging sounds in the area every 30 minutes. 4 hours later, additional sonar was deployed, and the banging was still heard.
Now, I got to think. If there's 5 of you assholes trapped in a tin can at the bottom of the ocean, you're banging once every 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you're sitting there constantly banging. You might want to go every 5.
Go in shifts?
Yeah, just go every 5, maybe. A couple of bangs, ding, ding, ding.
What if we find out that that's the interval that mariners use? It's 30 minutes. Don't overwhelm us, or you're going to piss us off, and now we're not coming. Every 30 minutes, we can handle a light knock, little doorbell ring, and then fuck off for another 30 minutes.
Think about it.
We're working on it.
Think about it like your smoke detector when the battery's low and it starts chirping.
Yeah, annoying
right?
as shit.
You hear it. Well, you hear it, and then you got to wait fucking 5 minutes for the next chirp.
Yeah.
And you get a little closer. If that's going every 10 seconds, you find it instantly.
Yeah,
You're
true.
right to it. But it goes every 5 minutes. You're like, oh, and then you're like, oh shit, no, I think it's over there.
Yeah.
No, wait, was it back?
Wait,
oh,
it's
no.
below me. It's
Yeah.
it's on top of
Exactly.
us.
It's totally confusing. It fucks the whole process up.
Yeah,
So
I'm with you there.
Again, just another example of how fucked up this whole situation is.
Yeah. The search area, by the way, is larger than the state of Connecticut.
Most things are bigger than the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, right. They could have said Delaware or Rhode Island, but
yeah.
the Titan had a 96-hour life support system, meaning the oxygen would roughly run out at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Listen, based on how shitty everything else has gone on this, it probably ran out 2 days ago.
Probably, or exploded.
I forgot to turn on the tanks. Who knows? Whatever.
And here's why I said to this guy, you know what, dude? Go suck a dick. I don't care what's going on now. The founder of the company, whose sub became lost.
Take it back. The only one I actually feel bad for is the kid.
Why?
Because he didn't have a choice.
Rich Daddy.
Because Rich Daddy decided he was going to do something awesome for the kid, and the kid's like, "Cool, awesome, Dad. Thanks. It's going to be amazing. You're the best dad ever."
Yeah.
And then he gets him killed.
But the other funny part.
Unless he's a little asshole and was like, "I want to see the Titanic."
Yeah, he watched the movie with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or his boyfriend, or his non-binary friend.
Whatever.
Yeah. The other thing that's funny about this is Hamish, the billionaire who's got the stepson, who's like, "Oh yeah, my stepdad Hamish, the billionaire, he's on the sub. Thoughts and prayers and all that shit for him." So he was throwing out tapas.
Tapas, my man.
The next day, he was tweeting at Mark or Tom DeLonge from Blink 182 saying, my stepdad's lost at sea in the thing, and tonight I'm in San Diego to go to the Blink 182 concert.
Can you front me some tickets? Poor me.
No, he was trying to play up the like, it'd be nice to meet the band, what with all my suffering going on right now.
And I thought I saw a thing today where
Blink 182 submarine stepson is trending all day.
Oh, gotcha.
And then he decided, you know what? He hasn't healed enough. So I'm going to Blink 182 again on Sunday night.
Okay, get another chance just in case.
Yeah.
I saw you was
By the
chatting
way,
up-
Tom DeLonge, did you see my fucking post?
No, if they were lost in space, I'd give a shit, asshole. But
Yeah.
they're under the sea, not my department. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw he was chatting up like an OnlyFans fucking chick or something too.
Was he?
Yeah, the stepson, I think, if that's true. But
Yeah, he sounds like a real piece of shit.
what's stepdad?
Which, it's stepdad.
Stepdad. That's not your real dad.
I get that, but keep it off social media.
If you're
Go to the
smart.
Blink show. The fact is, nobody knows you fucking exist outside of your immediate friends who are using you for your money.
Well, yeah.
Outside of them, no one knows your world exists.
But that's the whole point of being a billionaire stepson. Is you have to make sure everyone knows you exist.
All that means is he had a fucking hot mom. That's all that means.
Absolutely.
That's it. He didn't do anything. He looks like a fucking homely, portly son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He had a hot mom.
Shit about the sugar daddy dad.
Right. Yeah, probably. But at least fake it. What if Hamish comes back and he's like, really? I'm fucking, leagues under the sea, and,
What if
and you're
he-
going to Blink 182, and
What if he fucking rigged it? What if he cut the brake line before they took off?
Hamish's fucking shitty
Son,
stepson?
yeah, to get the money.
Yeah, to go backstage and meet Blink. Thought that was his
Conspiracy
best
theory.
opportunity.
Yeah.
My dad wouldn't buy me the VIP package that included backstage and meet and greet.
If he was alive, he would have bought it for me.
Tom DeLonge, help a brother out.
I'm not going to get that money for like 6 months now.
The whole problem is just stay the fuck off social media. Don't go on there and say something so ignorant and stupid. Because to a lot of people, believe it or not, family means something. Family's
Should.
important.
Yeah.
It should. Even step families.
Maybe rich sugar daddy stepdad. Maybe not so much.
I would think you'd be sucking that dude's dick more than anyone.
Maybe he's a piece of shit. Who knows?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
He's more worried about his seats for the Blink 182 show.
Middle Eastern guys generally don't seem to treat their women all that well.
Eh,
Maybe, who knows?
he doesn't give a shit about that. He knows how thick that bank account is, son. Stacks and stacks as far as the eye can see.
Can't wait to get it.
Yep. So here's why I don't give too much of a shit about the founder of this company. He once declared he didn't want to hire 50-year-old white guys on his team, even if they were seasoned submariners.
Why not? Why not?
Stockton Rush, yes, he's the one on there, CEO of Ocean Gate Expeditions. He's aboard the submerged vessel. Critics have come forward to blast the company's safety practices.
Huh. Yeah.
yeah.
You heard it here first.
Crazy how that works.
All of them.
Yeah. But Rush was previously adamant that he values youth over experience when it comes to assembling his crews.
Oh, yeah. Experience. Fuck
Who needs
experience.
that? I want hot 15 to 23-year-old people surrounding me. When
We need some new blood around here. That's what we need.
When I started the business, one of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners. And you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational. And I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to pursue marine technology, but a 25-year-old who's a sub-pilot or a platform operator, one of our techs can be inspirational. So we've really tried to get very intelligent, younger individuals involved because we're doing things that are completely new. We're taking approaches that are used largely in the aerospace industry as related to safety and some of the preponderance of checklist things we do for risk assessments. Things like that are more aviation related than ocean related. Sounds like you should have been going to space then. You know?
Yep.
We could train people to do that. Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Yeah. Ask Alec Baldwin how having a young
Yeah.
armor on set worked as
Sure,
opposed
Gutierrez,
to
yes.
as opposed to a seasoned vet,
Yeah.
an experienced.
Yeah, who knows? She's lit off fireworks before. What more experience does she need as an armorer
My God.
on a set? Yeah. So we could train people to do that. We like to use game controllers so anybody can drive the sub. Oh my God. Really?
You know who can't drive that sub? A 50-year-old fucking white guy.
Yeah.
The fuck is
this?
I don't know.
It should look like a goddamn cockpit, not a game controller.
Dude. I'm going to sue this guy just for occupying this much fucking space in my head.
Yeah.
For being this big of an idiot.
Yeah. I haven't even I don't care enough to do enough research on all the protocols and problems people had. There was one guy that went on this trip that came back and was like, oh my God.
How many times have they done this?
Absolute death trap.
How many times have they done
Death
this?
trap. I have no idea.
Okay. I mean, I know this is the maiden voyage, if this is the second time, if this is the 500th
Wouldn't that be ironic
time.
if the Titan maiden voyage went down right where the Titanic did on its maiden voyage? Now that would be newsworthy.
Right.
You'd have a Bermuda Triangle situation all over again. No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know how many they've done, but people are coming out of the woodwork, which is sort of easy to do after the fact.
So it's basically 4 passengers, $1 million a pop. So I wonder if you could just do it yourself for $1 million. If you could charter the thing out solo for $1 million. I wonder if the cost of the trip's $1 million. You get 4 people on there, it's $250.
Why is it $1 million to go 2.5 miles?
This fucking asshole just made up a number.
Yeah, but he's putting half of that in his pocket so he can
Putting all
spoil
of it
some
in his
hot
pocket.
chick.
He's putting all of it in his pocket. It's his company.
Yeah, but he's putting half of it into building the goddamn
Of
thing.
course, but it's all his money.
Well, I'll tell you what, James Cameron built one of these when he was researching the Titanic to do the movie.
Okay.
He built one of these things that's fucking dope as shit to go crawling around on the ocean floor. It looks amazing.
Really?
He drove around in that
Like a
little
DIY home sub kit?
something. I don't think it was DIY home
Well,
kit.
you said he
but
built it.
yeah, or he contracted it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
choose your words wisely.
Well, he made the movie. He wasn't a grip or the
said-
best boy.
Okay.
So, but he's in charge of the production. I mean, he's the one that said, here's what I need. I need to go to the 2.5 miles under sea.
So he
I'm over 50, so I don't want this fucking guy in charge of my
bought
trip.
a sub.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had one designed.
He bought a sub.
Yeah. He got out the blueprints, looked everything over, and went, let's go with this one.
I bet you he was smart enough to go, hey, what happens if we can't come back up?
Yeah. Hit the B button on the PlayStation
right.
remote.
Right? Up,
Hit the
down,
B
left,
button.
up, down, left, right, start,
Yeah.
or whatever the old
Any
fucking
cheat codes I need to
code
know
was.
about?
Exactly.
God, we sound like assholes, but you know.
No, fuck these people. Because fuck these people, that's why.
There was something about Christy McAuliffe going up on what's the one that blew up?
The shuttle?
The space shuttle.
the Columbia?
Columbia, was it?
Yeah, I don't
Space shuttle Columbia, I think. So, or Discovery, Columbia, one of them.
Sure.
Either way, Christy McAuliffe was probably making $14,000 a year as a teacher and won a contest and went up with extreme engineers. You're talking about NASA engineers and pilots. You know, like those guys are not billionaires that are just throwing, stacks and stacks of money around to do whatever they please on this planet.
Right.
You know, these are people that have spent their entire existence studying and researching and giving back and doing amazing things. So with Christy McAuliffe and the astronauts, you could get behind that. Plus, we were in like second grade or whatever.
Well, hold on. So it was the Space Shuttle Columbia in 1981
Okay.
that. Wait, hold on. 82 seconds after it left the ground, it went fucking boom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So in 2003, the Space Shuttle Columbia disintegrated as it re-entered the atmosphere over Texas and Louisiana, killing all 7 astronauts on board.
Yeah. Do you remember what the last thing said on that voyage was?
Why did we name it the fucking Columbia?
No.
Why would you name the fucking ship? You know what there isn't right now? A Titanic.
Yeah.
There's no fucking ships named the Titanic.
Wait, what happened to Columbia? It blew up at 81?
And in 2003, that was Space Shuttle Columbia 2
Oh.
as well. Not 2 as in a second, also as well.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you name this?
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
Same thing.
I don't know.
Space Shuttle, oops. Oops, we did it again.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good. But 81's the real one. Which
Right.
one blew up in 02?
Oh, wait. There's 80, let's see, 86. What am I looking at?
Challenger's the one that blew up.
Okay, right. Well,
Space Shuttle
what caused
Challenger was the one with the teacher on board.
Yeah. Well, it looks like there's one in
They're smart people.
There's
So
one
pissed
in
off at us
86.
right now.
I know. Listen, there's a lot in my head. Relax. I mean, I'm just going off what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Challenger disaster.
So it was Spaceship Challenger. Space Shuttle Challenger.
Yeah. All right. But
And
why,
what year
why
was
is this?
that?
But they're calling it.
What year was that?
86 as the Challenger.
I was older than second grade.
Yeah, so 86 was a Challenger.
Yeah.
They're saying in 81, Columbia, what caused the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster? During the crew's 16 days in space, NASA investigated a foam strike that took place during launch. About 82 seconds after Columbia left the ground, a piece of foam fell from the bipod ramp that was part of a structure that attached to the external tank of the shuttle. So we had 3?
That blew up spectacularly?
I guess that's what it looks like. So 81, 86, and then 03. I remember 03, the one that blew apart coming back in.
I know. God, I vaguely remember that. I was so high at the time, though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 2003.
You were totally paying attention to the news.
I was, but yeah, I don't know. I know the one that blew up competing with Elon Musk's rocket was one of the lead engineers on that is someone you and I know.
I just saw that it's 2003.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
It hurts when you see it like that.
I know.
But like, that was just
20 fucking years ago. 2 generations, a generation ago.
Sorry, you were saying?
We know one of the lead engineers. We used to pick on him all the time, beat him up a little bit.
Who that?
And of the space program, the shuttle program.
Was he in there 20 years ago?
No.
Okay.
He was there. The one that blew up, I don't think it was Musk's company, Elon Musk's company. It was another competing rival rocket one. It was a big deal. And it was like, oh, yeah, first manned or first unmanned trip to space that's funded by the public or whatever, not government funded like NASA. Okay. And it went kablooey kind of right out of the gate. And I remember texting him like, bro, what the fuck? I wanted to have him on. He was like, yeah, they won't let us talk to anybody.
That's probably good, yeah.
The little brother of Danny, who you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's no bullshit.
Don't know what you got till it's gone, Japan gay. It's Radio 1. Anyway. Hey, everybody loves top shelf service, world-class experience, and of course, communication and support after the sale. So don't settle for ordinary. Go see our friends and original sponsors, Zott, Ford, and Holly. Because when you work with Gabara, Anthony, and their whole crew, you'll get all that plus the yummiest deals in the D. Starting with Zott Ford's employee pricing for everyone on remaining 22 F-150s plus 0% financing. Hurry, because that's not going to last long. Plus, the team at Zott wants to help you get out of your high-interest rate car loan and replace it with a 0% financing and up to $4,500 in rebates. Or if you bought out your lease and are ready to get into something fresh, we can slide you out and get you an extra $1,000 on your trade-in. Finally, Zott Ford still has their famous Sign and Drive, which leases where you can lease a 23 Bronco Sport Explorer F-150 with payments just over $400 a month. Sign and Drive. See the smorgasbord of deals and their delicious inventory at dealsinthed.com.
RadioFor1.com. Buy your merch there. Amazon link. Amazon Canada. MyPillow. Just use promo code TDC. Groupon is there as well. Link to our Patreon page. Send us an email too. Walters@DetroitCast.com. Always appreciate those. Now, before we came on today, I started watching HBO's Real Sports. Mm-hmm. Is that Bryant Gumbel?
Yes.
Right? Who's the other Gumby?
Greg.
Yeah, it's Bryant. I like Bryant. I like the Gumbles.
Mm-hmm. He's fading on me.
Bryant?
Yeah.
Why?
It's the Real Sports Show. He's becoming incredibly smug.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
The
glasses.
Like he has to cross-examine them when they come back in.
What do you think this is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a smugness.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Yep. And it's irritating too.
Yep.
I will give you that. But they had a story on Live Golf, and they talked to some smug asshole who, another writer that was talking about who this is going to benefit. I think it is categorically hilarious. The idea that, okay. Live basically owns the golf world now, but the PGA is going to run it. That is adorable.
I still don't know the details of this merger.
No one does. You are not alone in that.
So this is what I want to know.
When push comes to shove, who wins? Owner or people employed by owner?
Owner, generally. See, golf is a different breed in a way because it's a product. You have to be able to put a viable product on the field, on the course, on TV.
Yeah.
So if there's a revolt, a la strike, whatever, and they don't have the PGA talent, then they don't have a product. So,
right.
But that's also their livelihood. So they don't play, they don't get paid.
But if they undercut all the fat, rich cats at the top and just go, fuck it, we'll go straight to the product. We'll just pay them. Mm-hmm. We'll just pay all these guys more money and fuck all the tradition. I think it's just funny to say like, oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yes, Liv technically owns golf and everything golf. But the PGA is going to run it. Are they? Mm-hmm. Until what? When Saudi Arabia says we want 3 annual tournaments in Saudi Arabia? Mm-hmm. All the sponsors that are coming out bitching about the horrific human rights violations, which, I'm not going to do anything about that. So I don't know. But that's not even the main point of watching that. They had another story on the, what did they used to call it? Where the whores get in the water and dance? Synchronized swimming. Yeah, it's now like athletic or artistic
dance,
aquatic artistic dance or something.
Stop it.
And they've got all these chicks on there like, oh my God, I got it when I was 12. And by the time I was 17, I was on the national team. And then everyone started yelling at me and telling me I was fat and I needed to eat better. And I hated it ever since then. And I quit. And I haven't been back since because they were meanies. And you're like, okay, sounds like any coach of any sport I've ever been around. If you don't have to worry about keeping your body in tip-top shape, that probably means you're not at an elite athlete level, sweetheart. I don't know what to tell you.
Tell that to John Daly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there are John Dalys out there. I have not seen the John Daly of the aquatic art dance pool.
Synchronized swimming.
Group. Yeah.
I'm not playing that game. Yeah. Synchronized swimming. I'll dead name the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
I don't care. Come at me.
They're doing way better because they've
nose
learned.
Plugs. Fuck out of here.
Dude, that SNL bit.
Oh,
sketch.
I'm not a necessarily strong swimmer. Is that Martin Short?
Martin Short.
Yeah, so good.
It's someone else. It's fucking hilarious too. It's so good. But the other story that was on there that I did care about was Matt Ariza.
Punt god.
The punt god, which they're like, hey, he used to be known as the punt god. I'm like, in this household, he's still known as the punt god.
He is and will forever be the punt god.
They showed clips of him at San Diego State and in preseason for the Bills. And they're like, we're going to see our first shot of the punt god, Matt Ariza, rookie here for the Bills, standing at his own 5-yard line.
He played in a preseason game. Yeah. Like pinned it.
Put it in the end zone, 95 yards down the field.
It's preseason. I mean, is he on anybody's radar? Is he in a camp anywhere right now?
No, he's blacklisted.
How?
He got an invite to the Jets, and how I know this is bullshit is there's not a punter in the NFL who will outkick this fucking guy.
Yeah,
that guy doesn't exist. Ray Guy wouldn't have outkicked him. Who's the black dude on the Dolphins? Reggie Roby wouldn't have outkicked him.
What if this guy's only got a bomb and no touch? What if from the, because listen, the guy.
Well, the Bills go for it on 4th down anywhere around midfield, anyways.
Well,
so you wouldn't use.
They're already out. They already ate shit. They can't bring him back because they can't eat that dick. They got rid of him. They can't.
Yeah, but you can eat that dick if you come out and go, look, the dick was poisoned. We didn't. This is Duke Lacrosse all over again. We didn't know that these people were full of shit, and now that the investigation's done, shame on us for overreacting immediately.
Because they drafted him. There was zero new evidence between the time they drafted him and the time they got rid of him.
Yeah, true.
There was nothing new. So if they did their due diligence, then
they reacted to outcry from the fans. That's it.
Exactly. So they can't go back on it.
Here's the crime.
Somebody else can take a flyer on them, but the Bills absolutely will never.
Here's the crime. And if this is a crime that gets you kicked out of your livelihood for life.
Pressing false charges?
Yeah. Well, he fucked a 17-year-old at 21 years old.
Okay.
Now, a 17-year-old who, by accounts of many at the party, was claiming to be 18 to everybody.
Yep.
She was claiming to be 18. That doesn't absolve you of anything, like that, if they've got a fake ID, I think they can still bust you. She said she was 18. She showed me fucking ID.
It's your responsibility to know.
Yeah, as if, first off. But, For him, he goes, look, man, I'm at a party, having some fun at a college party. This girl says she's 18. She was quoted running around the party saying, you're going to fuck me or you're a pussy, to multiple guys. Now, I don't know how many of you are guys out there or used to be guys, whatever. That's a call to your manhood right there. You got to fuck her, right?
Well, it also depends. I mean,
if she says, Troy, you either fuck me by the side of this house or you're a pussy.
Do we know what the law? This was in California. This is at San Diego State, right?
Yeah.
I guess I could look it up in there. Because like Pennsylvania, 16-year-old is age of consent.
Yeah.
You can fuck anybody you want at 16.
Yep. 17 in some states.
Yeah. So
it's probably less than 16 in some states.
Probably. Only if you're related in Alabama.
Right. San Diego State.
It is 18. It is 18 in California.
Yeah. Last month, it was concluded by the DA's office. Ariza was apparently not present during the alleged 21 gang rape. There is, however, an ongoing
And
civil.
I should say that I think this is bullshit in that if there should be an age range where, like, okay, you know, a 17-year-old can't bang a 40-year-old, but a 17-year-old can bang a 19-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, you're close enough in age.
And I think there is that sort of thing.
I don't think 19-year-olds
I don't know where it
are going
cuts
to
off.
prison
I mean, obviously, I wish 50-year-olds could bang 17-year-olds, but that's not the law. It's just not the law, T.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
You can bang an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, but you could.
I can't, and I won't.
I mean, you can't afford it. What that would cost. But
Yeah, true. No, the question here is, how much of a problem do you have with a football player, keep in mind, banging a 17-year-old girl? If that's your big hang-up, if that's the crime that he's committed.
I have none. I mean, I honestly have none with that. Okay,
Yeah, at
it's
21.
It's not like she's a 12-year-old. Okay,
Right.
I mean, there's so many extenuating circumstances to this. That was on a college campus, right? To where you expect everybody there will be at least college age.
Yeah.
Okay, so there has to be some. It's like picking up a chick in a bar, taking her home, banging her, and then finding out that she's 17. Well, I assumed she was 21.
I'm
she was in a
assuming
bar.
they carded her at the bar and
Right.
did their due diligence.
Exactly. I mean, just
Yeah.
so there has to be some element of common sense involved, of realistic expectations. Okay, so you're at a college party. Okay, is she 21 and drinking? No, because most people at college are not 21.
Right.
But everybody drinks, so there's that. But under 18, you just don't. It's not common. Right?
There's a border where there's probably a handful of kids that happen to be the youngest in their grade.
Very rarely.
Very rare.
Would you be all the way out of high school and into your freshman year in college and not be 18 yet?
You could go as far as, that super smart kid that graduates after their junior year and goes to college at 16.
There's
I mean,
anomalies.
there are.
There's
They're the
14-year-olds
hermaphrodites of the college world. I would agree.
Not Weird Science. What was the other one? The young kid went into with Val Kilmer.
Doogie Howser?
No, he went to college with Val Kilmer. Not Weird Science.
It's definitely not Weird Science.
Anyway, whatever. But no, so I mean none of that I have any issue with. If it was completely consensual and none of these allegations, are true, because it wasn't that, and none of this, none of the issue of this was the fact that he had sex with her. It was the rape allegations. It wasn't statutory rape.
No, it was the gang rape.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't statutory rape allegations. Nobody was saying, "Oh, he had sex with an underage."
Right.
No, it was the gang rape and the violent rape and the nature of it.
Yeah, the bruising on her neck and the piercings ripped out.
Exactly. It was the forced nature.
And she claimed Matt Arija held her hand, took her into the house, into the bedroom, and threw her on the bed face down and let these guys tag team her. Well, the investigation concluded that's not possible. He wasn't there anymore then. Well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
And so he was speaking to Bryant Gumbel. Arija revealed he's retained an attorney and will not settle the pending civil lawsuit as he intends to sue Gillian for defamation. Now, Gillian is the lawyer. No, not the whore. The lawyer for the
Okay.
whore. Things have already been drafted. I will never waive my rights to sue him. That's coming. Gillian, who was also interviewed, insisted Arija hadn't necessarily been absolved of liability. When asked about the conclusion of the DA's office,
Oh, here we go with a civil suit.
that the player had left the party at the time of the alleged rape. How's this for an answer? Imagine if you're Matt Araiza and the DA's office in San Diego destroys your case
Yep.
and comes to the conclusion
Which was
that,
already investigated once. And just allegedly, but dismissed.
dude, they interviewed 30 people from the party. They went through phones. They went through every cell phone video recording at that thing. That story fell apart. Nothing. Her story didn't hold up against any of the witnesses there.
Yep.
All the witnesses described the same thing from this girl. She told everyone she was 18. She was begging to get fucked by everybody and whatever else.
Took multiple dicks that night.
Yeah, took multiple
Voluntarily.
dicks that night. Exactly. So the lawyer, that case blows up, but he still has a potential NFL contract dangling on the line, which he can't let go of. We're not saying that he was, and we're not saying that he wasn't at the party. Let's say he was not one of the men in there. That doesn't absolve him of liability. Excuse me? Okay. Excuse me.
I mean, I guess let's just say, if you want to live in this fantasy world, he bangs her, drugs her, leaves her tied up butt naked, and then leaves.
Yeah.
So he's not technically there as
Didn't put
everybody's
his dick
running
in her while this
train
is
on
going
her. Then yes, you could be considered liable, I would assume,
Yeah.
on that level. None of that seems to be anywhere near the case.
Well, what it sounds like happened
I'm
is
just going to say, like, hey, I fucked her, and then he told everybody, hey, she's a whore, fuck her. I'm out of here.
probably.
You guys can take your turns.
look, boys will be boys. At the end of the day, there's a lot of shit going on in the body of a 17 to 26-year-old boy, right? There's a lot of dumb decisions we've made. You know, where it's
Certainly.
like, hey, you wouldn't believe what a whore this one is. You might want to try fucking work an angle, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can see that's not something girls are normally going to do. Girls are not going to congregate at a party in a corner and be like, this fucking guy over here, he's willing to fuck any pig that moves. You guys got to line up and get in there. You see the difference?
Yeah, generally not the way that works.
Not the way that works. But with guys, if it's like, T goes, yo, Mike, where you been the last 10 minutes? Bro, you ain't going to believe it, man. This chick, I was taking a piss behind the house. She starts sucking my dick and then begged me to fuck her and then said I'm a pussy if I don't. You might want to catch her before she leaves. She's hot as shit. By the way, she's 18. I could see that conversation being taken place with guys.
Which one is she? Oh, okay.
Oh, that one? Wait, no, that one?
The one with mascara running down her face? Got it. Yep.
Got it.
Done. One with no panties and a titty hanging out. The tramp stamp I can see from here.
The new theory put out forward by Gillian. Okay, so this theory,
We're not saying he was or he wasn't.
no. This theory was not a part of the original complaint filed in the lawsuit.
That he was not there?
No, they've got a new theory now they're putting out. Because the DA have come across and said, your story doesn't hold shit. But he didn't have to be there. He could still be liable. Okay. I'm listening. The new theory put forward by Gillian on the program is that Araiza was part of a scheme among several men to target his client, to get her drunk and take turns having sex with her over the course of the night.
Hey, Mr. Gillian?
Yeah.
That's every guy's scheme every fucking night of history. Just for the record.
Going back to the cavemen.
Are you listening, sir?
Yeah. Hey,
Charge every human ever.
hey, Dr.
Get her drunk and have sex with her?
yeah.
Monsters.
Yeah.
What absolute monsters.
So, well, excuse me, Esquire Gillian. Gee.
Counselor.
Brother counselor here is, yeah. Sorry, sir. You just named, like, I'm reading this going, wow, is that disastrous now? I mean, to target someone, like, I think it would be bullshit. This is something we've never done. Let's be crystal clear about this. Troy and I, in all of our efforts to get as much as we could, as often as we could, and we're proud of that more than we are ashamed of it. Let's be honest.
Keep my name out your mouth. But yeah.
But, that's the reality. We never did anything against the rules. So we would never go, that chick there in the corner.
Yeah.
Let's get her fucked up.
That one's too drunk to say no.
Yeah. Let's
go get it.
Who's going first tonight? You or me? I'll keep feeding her shots. You take her to the room and fuck her. And then when she starts puking, when she's done, you let me know, and then I'll take her.
Yeah.
Like we've never conspired. That's quite a stretch, by the way.
Well,
for the lawyer,
obviously grasping for straws here.
yeah, to say something like that. Now we all come up together getting shit-faced at a house party.
Mm-hmm. And there's a hot chick
17,
running around.
16,
by
15.
all accounts, is
The instigator?
absolutely exhibiting whorish behavior.
Yeah.
Whorish behavior. At best.
Not that we're shaming her for that.
No, not at
God
all.
bless her. Gamer.
These are the facts of the case,
Yeah.
as we know it, based on myriad accounts.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Agreed.
So, so far, not one person has condemned the punt god for his actions in this.
He had sex with my client.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
Following that, she ended
Probably a lot of different ways. Probably in her asshole, too. Just so you know.
Listen to the end of the
Gillian.
statement Gillian
Yeah.
throws out. He had sex with my client.
Yeah, she pushed back.
Following that, she ended up having sex with multiple guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds like an issue for counseling with your client.
So he's going to argue the fact that if Matt did not have sex with her,
The other
guys would not have had sex with her either. So he
Well-
was the first domino to fall that started the train.
Right. And you know the pecking order on a football team. Obviously, it's not the quarterback's lowest on the rung. Punter is usually top.
Generally up there.
top
Well, I'm
of the
saying
list.
I mean, he is
With
the
him,
punt god.
punt god.
No, I don't think they had a quarterback god on that squad.
Yeah. She came out of there bloodied, in shock, ended up at the hospital, ended up with the police, ended up traumatized. So that's what I mean by gang rape. Or foolish behavior by a young fucking kid.
Or buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
And again, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But we called bullshit on this from early on. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. If that
The
were
details
true,
were so horrific.
there were yes. If that were true, inexcusable at every level.
Yeah.
But there were so many questions, so many holes.
He goes on. Gang rapes
3 to be exact. But
Gang rapes can occur for 2 days. Okay.
well, they can go on forever.
They can go on forever.
Yeah.
So are you trying to say then, brother counsel, that Arijah hog-tied this girl and kept her held hostage in his apartment for 2 days while he just let teammate after teammate run train on her? Like, what are you saying? Why? Yeah. Gang rapes can occur for 2 days. They can occur in space, I suppose, if you have enough money.
This guy.
Like, what are we saying, dog?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Well, let's also be real that I don't think this chick went out and got Jeffrey Feiger. I think she fucking went through the phone book and found attorney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who knows that this guy's just like everything else. There's good attorneys. There's bad attorneys.
Yeah.
So this could be
Lots of bad
right?
attorneys.
I'm $25 an hour. You're hired.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah. I passed the bar.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Don't worry. No fee until we win.
Ariza told HBO he was sure he had never played part in any gang rape, as if he's going to want to go gang rape head to head with the brothers on that team.
Well, that's why you get in and get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go last.
You hit that shit side of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I shouldn't say too much of this, but I did work at the Lions training facility today.
Dude, the new helmet they dropped today.
It's amazing. It's so fucking cool. Their alternate helmet.
Yeah.
Really cool. And I got to see it in person.
Yeah.
I got to see it up close.
What, you didn't steal one?
Nah, this one's in glass, like in a case.
Yeah.
Out in front. But
It's the old 50s logo, by the way, not to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
It's one of my favorite logos. I painted that logo on a rock for my mom. I don't think she knew what it was.
no, didn't get the
Didn't
nostalgia
put to
of
it.
it.
She's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's beautiful.
I think it's the 50-year anniversary of that logo, I think, or something along those lines.
Would make sense. They've
Yeah.
been a program for about 90 years, since
I think-
33
yeah,
or something
I
like
think that's
that.
maybe 50 years of that. But
Cool logo.
a good portion of what I had to do today was pulling wire through the locker room. Right, I was in the locker room probably 4 hours total today, in and out. But and there was a lot of players. They were there,
Yeah.
working out, doing a lot. Not everybody, but a lot of players were there. Saw some.
Certainly rookies.
Yep, rookies all went to a Tiger game today. That was a thing. So there was a bunch of the rookies there. Some other guys. Anyway, I saw a lot of dicks today.
Yeah.
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 And
A lot of discrepancies.
fucking, it's true.
Yeah.
Dude, holy shit. Dude, I mean, there are fucking 300-pound linemen walking around with little tiny peckers.
Yeah.
And there are fucking 120-pound fucking cornerbacks with fucking cocks to the knees.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I went in that locker room almost daily for 2 years. The biggest dicks
I
on an
texted somebody,
NFL franchise.
I thought I was there. Like, oh, did you see any players? I go, just their dicks.
Yeah. First off, you see a lot of dicks in the locker room.
Of course, yeah.
And those guys have been in so many locker rooms, they don't
Right,
care.
yeah.
I don't coach that stuff. Dick.
Bobby Ross.
Yeah, filled with silver. He was going to a hot tub, strolling around nude, looking like me with a paunch and,
Yeah.
just a mess. I will go on record, and I defy anyone to debate me on this, and I'm glad you've got my back on this. There is no fucking question who has the biggest dicks on an NFL roster. That is the secondary. Period.
Yep.
Smallest guys on the fucking roster.
Yep.
By far.
Yep.
There's not a white one in the NFL.
Nope.
Name a white secondary player in
anymore.
the last 20 years.
Well,
Don't exist.
yeah, there's
Who?
been, what's this guy? Was just with the Rams. Just came back 2 years ago.
Yeah, well.
Okay, well, you said 20. I will stop fucking with the audio.
Fuck is.
Okay, let's not touch that again.
I don't like that.
No, me either.
I know who you're talking about. Yes. Okay, so there's one hermaphrodite. in the
There's a
league.
few guys out there. Yeah.
There's
Jason
not a few
Sehorn.
guys. Jason Sehorn is 25 years ago.
No, not that
It
long.
was in the 90s, dude.
Anyway,
Jason Sehorn played in the 90s. He was with Dion. But there's not many of them.
there's not many.
Those guys are skinny as a rail. I have one of their helmets upstairs. A guy that played for the Titans. He was a Sparty. And dude, I don't know how you put this helmet on your head. I don't know how.
Oh my God, it's
fits
so
in it.
fun. Yeah, the one that you have is
Yeah.
it's
tiny.
ridiculously
And that's an NFL fucking secondary guy
Mm-hmm.
who was a secondary guy at Michigan State.
Yeah, I mean, I tower over these guys. I mean, like
Yeah.
walking through there, I was like, I'd kick your ass.
Yeah, probably some of them.
Yeah, I mean, if I got it in the first like 12, 15 seconds after that, I would just run out of gas. But
Yeah.
but fucking hogs, straight hogs. So yeah, punt god, go first, get in, get out.
Yeah.
Before the real damage is done. That's the point.
Yeah. So I guess what, more disturbing than anything, and I give Bryant Gumbel credit for even asking the question. He was like, the smugness was, you're right, on point. He's like,
Yes, there you go. Mr. Ariza.
so, was it surprising to you at all, Soledad, or whoever was doing the fucking interview?
Oh, gosh, yeah, she's on
one of
that
those.
roster.
Yeah.
Who's the old white guy that I want to punch every time he gets on there?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I haven't watched that show in years until the punt god. But it was like, the Bills really cut ties with a rookie immediately, and there was really nothing new known. Were you surprised at that? Like, at least he went there, and that's really what you need to come to terms with. If that's it, and trust me when I say, if that's the line in the sand, that you're talking about young males filled with testosterone doing dumb shit early in their career or early in their high school career, college career, early in their pro career, you are going to lose a lot of talent in the league.
Lampley, by the way.
Jim Lampley?
Yeah. He's gone
That's
now.
not the one I was thinking
He's
of.
gone now, but he was the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah. So I don't know where this goes, but it's not good, man. It's not good.
No,
Because the Jets called him in for a
allegedly.
tryout.
Allegedly.
And,
now, like I said, nobody kicks like this guy. I mean, it sounds different.
Yeah.
When it comes off his foot.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's remarkable.
It's unbelievable. And if you don't believe me, you think we're full of shit or we're exaggerating. Look up fucking Punt God highlights. Matt Ariza, A-R-I-Z-A. Do your own research and tell me you've ever seen anything like it in your life, because you haven't.
Yeah.
But there was red flags when he was the second or third punter taken. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
this guy-
what freaked you and I out. We were like,
yeah, and he was at the time he was their place kicker too. He was a better punter than a kicker.
Yeah.
but nice to have that versatility.
Oh,
on
my
your,
God.
And generally teams will do that. Your punter is your backup kicker. Your kicker is your backup punter.
yeah,
a
because
lot
they're
of
used to
times.
kicking a ball, but
Well,
they're
exactly.
not usually they've never kicked field. This dude was
Yeah,
kicking
like
field
actually
goals
was kicking, yes.
50-yard plus in college.
Yeah, and he's a guy that you can, when you need that 55-yarder, to win the game, you can bring out,
Yeah.
or doing your kickoffs a lot of time,
Yeah.
Although now you're trying not to get touchbacks anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, I literally hope because
Do you think he's back in the NFL before all is said and done?
I do. I don't understand. I mean, because it's inexcusable if all this turns out to be true, and maybe everybody's still just hands off until this gets settled. We want to make sure that if there's going to be a civil trial, we got to make sure he's not liable.
Yeah.
So maybe it's still a little too hot. But this guy, within 3 years, I bet you is on a roster. As long as he isn't found guilty in the civil trial, which, again, I don't know how, based on that garbage of an argument, that he could possibly be found liable.
Right.
I mean, I understand the threshold of the preponderance of evidence is lowered in a civil case. But
well, he'd be stupid to settle now because then he'd be admitting
you're
some
admitting
sort
guilt.
of guilt.
Right.
Even if he paid her $500,000, it'd be a dumb move.
But what if a team said, "Hey, settle this, pay her, we'll fucking sign you tomorrow"?
Then I'll wait 2 days to get signed by someone else who's not making me jump through that hoop.
Fair.
I'm not guilty as shit. Yeah. I got lied to. Was it smart of me to fuck her 10 minutes after 15 minutes after meeting her? No.
My only
but
thing,
if that's the line,
understand.
You literally need to cut every single NFL player in the league. All of them.
Anytime you go into a courtroom, you run the risk of losing.
Yeah.
Period. No matter how bright you are, how innocent you are, it's up to that jury.
Yeah.
And when they look into that poor little whore's fucking face, with the mascara running down her face again, they might side with her. Who knows?
That's snot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just might. Like, oh, fuck this guy. This guy, another goddamn white guy.
Yeah.
Burn him at the stake.
And you know what? He does look like a privileged son of a... I got to tell you, you look at him, he just looks like the typical, gotten away with murder his whole life white guy.
Yeah. If they're like, look, if they'll take $1 million settlement, drop everything, and you can go play football for the rest of your life, would you do it? Now, that's a crazy question because you have moral values. Like I will absolutely... I did not do it. I'm absolutely not guilty. I will never admit to doing something wrong. But you're also...
But you don't have to admit fault. Yeah, but it's perception. Perception is an admission of guilt, too, as far as the public goes.
Potentially losing your livelihood.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer to it. That's a very personal question. But
I think everything he's gone through, getting onto an NFL roster easily, second or third punter taken, should have been the number 1 overall.
Yeah.
Walk on, going to start over anybody in the league at punter, and then have everything come undone, derailed, thrown away, fuck off, you're dead to us. I think I'd hold a little bit of a grudge, too. Mm-hmm. Be like, you know what? At this point, it'll be your honor to have me on your team.
Sure.
I was railroaded, and none of you fuckers stood up for me.
Right.
You're all GMs that are pussies. Every single one of you. Mm-hmm. I didn't break the law. I was lied to. If anything, I was the victim here. I fucked a chick at a party. How many of you guys can honestly sit here right now and tell me you haven't gone to a party, had a couple beverages, and then fucked a girl?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll wait for all you to raise your hand.
This one happened to just come back and say I raped her.
Yeah. And 10 other fucking guys, by the way, who all tag teamed her.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Supposedly there's video of this, and guess what? I'm not on any of them.
Yeah. Wasn't
because
me.
If I'm on any of that video, this wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
I'd be in jail.
Yep.
Those guys aren't even in jail as far as I know, are
No,
they?
They're not charging any of them.
Right.
None of them.
Poor.
She was probably bucking back the whole time.
Right, exactly.
She was probably sitting there going, you fucking
in the
pussies.
courtroom, just shut it off.
Shut up.
Okay.
Can we
stop it. Shut it off.
Can we make this an old school, what do they call those pictures without moving pictures without audio?
Still fucking.
The silent films. Can we just make this a silent film in the courtroom? Because they got tired of hearing her going, buck back, big fella. I'm bucking back, big fella. Come on, give it to mama.
I think she's saying, no, please don't. Fucking deeper, more, harder, daddy. Fucking A.
She's clearly screaming, fuck that, not buck back.
Yeah.
She's saying, fuck that, because she's so offended at these. Did you see the cocks on these fellas? Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
Right? She bit off a little more than she could chew. No pun intended.
Yeah. She wanted to run with the big boys one night in San Diego.
And she did, yeah. Those aren't high school boys.
Nope.
Yeah, he stepped up into the fucking D1. Sorry, chick. Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. Located in the Deer Lake Athletic Club, the Backcourt combines first-class service with relaxed, friendly atmosphere and the chef-inspired menu. They have daily dinner specials throughout the week, live music on Fridays, and on Friday and Saturday nights, the best damn prime rib in town. So next time you're heading out for dinner or drinks, stop by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. Call them at 248-625-8686 or visit DeerLakeAthleticClub.com.
You a fan of the taqueria?
I can honestly say I don't know what the fuck that is.
Taqueria?
Like a taco store or restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? In my head, I was thinking taquerita, like a margarita with a taco in it. That's fucking head.
A margarita with a taco in
you know,
it?
like they stick a beer in a margarita and with weird shit.
No,
You never had a...
No, I want to.
Yeah, you've never had, really?
No.
Corona bottle stuck upside down into a margarita?
No. Is there actual Corona in the bottle when they pour it in?
Yeah,
there?
fuck yeah.
Oh, okay. No, this is just a taco chain.
Yeah, Rhea, and I had Rita in my head. Taquerias, yes, big
I don't
fan.
practice taqueria.
Sure.
I ain't got no crystal ball. That is a taqueria.
Yeah.
Taqueria Garibaldi. I guess it's a chain in California. I don't know. I'm not very familiar. I would not have thought this was crossing a line. They've been fined by the Department of Labor, $70,000.
What'd they do?
This is something I would have done. I think this is brilliant. They've been ordered to pay $70,000 in damages to employees who met with a priest to confess sins. 35 employees of Taqueria Garibaldi, which has locations in Sacramento and Roseville, California, were awarded the amount following an investigation by the Department of Labor. An employee told the court the priest urged workers to get the sins out and asked them if they had ever stolen anything from the employer. You ever been late for work? Ever done any harm to your employer? Or if they had intentions of doing any harm to the employer?
This was a plant? Oh,
It's
my
a fake
God.
priest.
No shit.
Yeah. Kind of brilliant, though.
I mean, sure, yeah.
You know? Get him in that. And wouldn't you think, like, guy, father, litter in some other shit about their personal lives. Don't make it all about work.
Right.
I mean, this is a fucking $9 an hour taqueria.
Mm-hmm. And were they doing this like on premise at the taqueria?
Yeah, they're wearing their paper hats and shit. I
Bring
don't
it
know.
in. Hey, we brought a priest in for you to absolve all your sins. So go ahead and tell him everything you've ever done.
Yeah. The Department of Labor added the intimidating stunt was among the most shameless they'd ever seen. Really, kind of hilarious too.
Yeah. So these people face penalties for admitting to this stuff?
I guess. Maria Parr, an employee, was one of the workers who fell victim. As soon as the confession started, I found the conversation to be strange and unlike normal confessions, where I would tell a priest about the sins I wanted to confess. Yeah, that's the point where you back out of this. You go, you know what? Thank you for your service, Father, but I have my own father that I'm going to go.
Yeah. I do this every Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're good. I don't need
good.
you. You know.
Yeah. And I don't think God's frowning on me for being late to work on occasion. So I don't know why you're asking about that. It hardly seems like a cardinal sin, but
My mother was sick.
she was sick. I was running late.
I missed the boss.
I missed the boat. The Department later of Labor only uncovered the spiritual scam after an investigation into unpaid wages. The priest was only interested in hearing about sins committed on the job. Should have been a great tip-off. Now, these are probably younger people.
Oh, it is shameless.
Wouldn't you walk in, see that guy sitting there with that little white collar thing and just be like,
And a name tag.
nice try, bro. Father Brian.
Taqueria, fucking whatever.
He's wearing the paper hat, too. Takes it off really quick. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well,
They discovered that the
by any
owners,
means necessary, I suppose.
denied employees overtime pay for hours over 40 in a work week. That's a violation. In addition to the $70,000 in damages, they're also required to pay $70,000 in back pay to the employees. Owners additionally have to fork out $5,000 in civil money penalties to the Department of Labor due to the willful nature of their violations. The owners threatened employees with retaliation and adverse immigration consequences. This is something that is really, popular to do in border states, California being one of them, Texas, Arizona.
We'll put ICE in here every fucking
Bitch,
day.
I will call ICE right now. I've got them on speed dial. Like, if you did that in Michigan, people would be like, okay.
Go talk to the landscapers. What are you fucking dealing with me
Yeah,
for?
dude. You think I'm running this show?
Right?
They threatened anybody that cooperated with the department, fired one worker who they believed complained to the department. They're going to go under. I don't know if Taqueria Garibaldi is any good.
I bet they can handle a $70,000 fine.
$270,000 and a $5,000.
Yeah, I bet they
They've only got 2 locations. It's a small taqueria. They're in
that's
every
only 2?
strip mall.
I thought you said 30.
No, in Sacramento and Roseville. I mean, maybe they're more. It said it's a chain. It's a very small link chain.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's you know,
like a bracelet,
yeah,
anklet,
or a ringlet, even pinky ringlet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of money's in the taqueria business these days, but $145,000 doesn't seem insurmountable.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know that you lose the entire business over that, but who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they were struggling. COVID.
I kind of want to go there next time I'm in California. Where did I say it was? Sacramento or Stockton?
Sacramento. Whatever.
Sacramento's not that far. Is it worth it to drive an hour and a half to just try?
Only if you walk in a priest outfit. I got one.
You do have one.
Yeah, damn right I do.
Next time I go out west, I'll borrow it.
My father Guido Sarducci.
Yeah. Go in there and start questioning employees hard. See if they freak out.
Father bend over.
This is my nun. I leaned over. Yeah. Should we do a couple Ask T's?
Sure.
All right. Dear T. Roy.
Bring it.
I've known my ex's friend for more than 12 years. I've known my ex's friend for more than 12 years.
Yeah, I caught it the first time.
Okay, I didn't. I was like, your ex's friend. Okay. Long story short, we are now
Banging.
friends with benefits.
Yeah, banging.
When I stay over, he almost always portrays himself as a good catch. But when it's time to act like one outside his home, he doesn't. He says dating is too hard. We should take it one day at a time. He constantly tells me I will make someone a good wife and that I should have no problem finding someone. Must I enjoy the best benefits I have ever had, or should I move on? Conflicted in Massachusetts.
How good's that dick?
It's
Where are
the
your
best she's
priorities?
ever had.
Okay, well, what's more important to you? Good dick for life or a ring?
Yeah, well, I wonder what she's doing wrong, because obviously she's dropping the ball somewhere. Somewhere in the course.
Yeah, well,
If he's like, no, you're great to bang, but, you know, hey, well, let's take it one day at a time, or...
my opinion, she's great in the sack and not much of a looker.
Yeah.
He's not trying to take her out in public. She's a moped, right?
Yeah.
Fucking a lot of fun to ride until somebody sees you riding.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
cool. We can do this in behind closed doors. You know, you're a great catch for somebody else.
Yeah.
You're going to make somebody a great wife someday. Not me, but you fucking swallow all this cock really well.
Yeah.
So I'll take this as long as I can get it.
Yeah, those gamers exist, no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Yeah, I know.
No doubt about
But
it.
for us, it's Netflix and chill and fucking
Yeah.
Grubhub. That's it.
Stephen Lynch does a song
We're
about
not
this.
going out anywhere.
I can't remember the name. Do you know that song where he'll only take her out at night to places that are closed or behind a tree, you know, because he can't dare let anyone see, you know, that
Sounded like that was a lyric.
he's hotter than you. Yeah, that might have been one of them. Hotter Than You, I think it's called, or something like that, where he's hotter than her. And so he can't be seen with her, but he still wants to bang her and whatnot. And it's done in the brilliant way that only Stephen Lynch can do it.
Yeah, right.
With the angelic voice. Do you see it there?
Yes. Nothing came up under hotter. So let's see. Best friends. I mean,
It's probably a lesser known Stephen Lynch.
I got all of them here. I'm trying to see nothing really.
Something in the Dark, or
Nope. Nothing seems to. Nothing seems to.
let me see if I.
Although, am I incredibly missing Craig Christ here in this list?
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, I am looking at 30 fucking Stephen Lynch songs, and Craig Christ is not listed. Oh, Craig, there it is. Sorry.
Yeah, I was. Oh shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't want to listen to that.
No.
I'm just pulling up my Spotify, and I was happening to be listening to that Robert Kennedy interview.
Gotcha. Oh, it's fantastic, by the way. I did listen to that whole thing, start to finish. The RFK Jr. on Rogan.
Yep.
Highly recommend it. By far, hands down, no question, my favorite Democrat out there right now. He, like me, specializes in common sense. I like what he has to say. I like where his priorities are at.
You prettier than.
It's not on here.
Okay. You know what? I can lay it off this.
I mean, I can find it on here. Let's see. You prettier. Oh, let's see. Oh, that sounds great. Drink you pretty?
No.
Oh.
Hand in hand we walk the city, neath the darkened skies, stealing kisses in the shadows, away from prying eyes, hiding out from those we know, secrets whispered, voices low, pulses racing, hearts aflame, a love that dare not speak its name, but we just can't let people see that you're not hot enough for me. Don't tell our families or our friends, say one word and this thing ends. It's true, 'cause I'm prettier than you.
Fucking brilliant. I love me some Stephen Lynch. He's like,
I
hey,
do.
at least I wrote you a love song. It too is prettier than you.
Yes,
Fucking
genius.
brilliant.
Absolute genius.
I'd love to get him in here, man. We used
Yeah.
to have him in.
For sure, reach out.
Yeah, I should. He's from Kazoo. He's such a libtard, but
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, I don't care. He's so fucking good.
Wouldn't it be great if that didn't matter?
Yeah.
He was just a musician.
It doesn't
and
matter.
a comedian. And
But
we
I don't know if he's going to go, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude.
do a little research. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
You guys are white
You don't even like
supremacists.
trans people. You're murdering trans people. Am I? Dear T. Roy, my wife and I were divorced 6 years ago. Our 26-year-old daughter, who sounds hot, by the way, I don't know much
Again.
about her, but she does sound, She's always been close with her mother and my former in-laws. When my ex and I separated, she was 20. When we divorced a year later, she sided with her mom, which I expected. Since the divorce, I have seen my daughter only at Christmas and on Father's Day. She doesn't visit me or communicate with me otherwise. I have continued to be open and generous with her, and she sends me a list of items I can choose for her birthday and Christmas. I have bought her jewelry, electronics, other high-end items she requested. She doesn't seem to want my involvement in her life unless it satisfies her material desires. Should I continue to be so generous with her because she's my daughter, or does a time come when it needs to end? I would hate to lose her, but it's obvious that she has let me go. Should I do the same? Dad of a divorce in Canada. That's a tough one.
Yeah, listen up, eh? I mean, first of all, you have to look real hard in the mirror
Yeah.
and why you don't have a relationship with your daughter.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not saying you're at fault. I'm just saying you better make real fucking sure that you're not.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if that's the case, it's your fault.
Yeah.
You made this bed lie in it.
Well, when someone just says we got divorced, well, was it because you cheated on their
Right.
wife for the 20th time and the kid can't let that go? Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
So,
we don't have all the details. No doubt about it.
So
to your point.
take a long, hard look in the mirror and make sure that that it's not your fault that you don't have a relationship with your daughter. Second of all, having been a victim of this, your ex-wife could be a fucking cunt who badmouths you and besmirches your name every fucking opportunity that you get.
Sure. Who would do such a thing?
My ex-cunt. Every fucking day.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing, okay?
Yeah.
And now, but
God, talk about not growing up. I'm sorry. Just hearing that, I could picture certain friends of mine who that would be the case. Like, it's worth it to have gossip sessions about my former partner with a child or with a teen. Like, dude, what are you doing?
I mean,
That's so
I mean,
bad.
just the next level conniving shit, and it's a whole nother, why and how is
This doesn't help the dad in Canada, which is our job today.
But, it jeopardized my relationship with the girls, and I stayed hard, I stayed fast, I stayed true, and made sure that I didn't lose that relationship with them. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than you. Probably am, but I'm not saying I am. But if you are just an ATM for your kid, then an ultimatum, can and should come, because I got to sneeze.
Blow it the other way. I know my nose has been running all day too.
No, because you're just being used, and you can only play that game. And I understand as a father playing that game. Trust me, I understand playing that game.
Which one? Like spoiling your kid?
No, it's not. Believe me, that's not spoiling your kid.
Right.
That's being used by your kid. That's being manipulated by your kid. But
there are rich parents who try to just buy their kid with.
That's not this kid. That's not this situation.
Okay.
Like, he sees her on Christmas and Father's Day. That's it. He gets a list of buy me this, do this, whatever. But you don't have a relationship. But they still expect things from you.
But how many parents have the common see them all the time relationship with a 26-year-old kid?
Well,
like, 26-year-old is kind of doing their own thing.
I mean, maybe they don't live close. I don't know. There's other situations, but you could still talk. It doesn't matter about necessarily seeing them. It's talking. Yeah. It's communicating. It's the relationship that you have with them.
Right.
Right. And so, no, I'm not going to just continue to just give you shit without a relationship with you. You know.
Right.
So you can have that conversation. Find out why you don't have a relationship with your daughter.
Right.
And start there and start rebuilding it.
Yeah.
But no, and to finish that, to answer his question, does the time come when you sever ties? Of course.
Yeah.
Sure. I will be as available. I will be
and that
good
doesn't
to you
mean
as
forever.
you'll allow me. No, not necessarily, but sometimes, I mean, the precedent has been set. I don't have to deal with them, and I get whatever I want from them.
Right.
Okay? Well, but I don't know the cause of this. I don't know the root of why there's no relationship there.
Yeah.
I would focus on that. If you really care about a relationship with your daughter, then seek that out. Communicate with your daughter.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been poisoned, sabotaged by her ex. I don't know. It's very possible. It happens all the time.
When my dad was younger, I think it's no secret, my dad would have been just fine not having children.
Yeah.
Just fucking fine. Mm-hmm. Like, he had 3 kids. Chris
pull
was
out,
an
Bob.
accident.
Jesus Christ.
Chris was an accident, and he's really made no bones about that. In fact, I posted that picture of my mom on the. I posted a picture of actually all those pictures I posted on Father's Day of my dad and his plane and all that shit.
He's a stud.
Yeah. They're all from a thing that my mom put together, like a montage of pictures, and I just happened to be upstairs at their house and I saw it, and I was like, oh. On Father's Day, maybe I'll take some pictures of that and share it. And there's one on the aircraft carrier. They just got in from a 5-month tour wherever they were. And all the pilots land. He's like, yeah, that's my aviator, Bill Mahalski, over here, and his girl. And I'm like, she looked kind of hot. And then my mom is like running onto the thing and like jumping into his arms. And she's holding something. I'm like, is that me? She's like, no, that's Greg, actually. My brother, who's a year and 9 months younger, and he was born right after my dad set off. So he's 5 months old. My dad had never met him.
Oh, right.
And my dad's like, yeah, you can tell in this picture how excited I am to meet him. It's like, I couldn't give a shit less. I wanted that. He wanted my mom. I'm like, that's disgusting.
Put that thing down. Put that thing down.
He's like, yeah.
Get over here.
Did you need to carry the fucking reminder all the way across the fucking aircraft carrier?
How'd you make it out here that fast with that anchor in your hand?
She's holding this bundle of joy, and my dad's eyes are fucking locked on Pat. He doesn't give a fuck.
Looking right at those dime sizers.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
all you can think about.
Really, Bob? He's like, oh yeah, you can tell how serious I am to meet Greg. So, I mean, even in that
strips it like a football.
Throws it a kick. It goes
tragic.
It falls down. He goes to pick it up and does that kick trick.
Yeah, off the edge of the aircraft carrier. Oh no!
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to try and make a couple more because we lost that one.
Go grab the other one.
I'm like, where the fuck am I in this picture? She's like, you're just off the frame, with your grandma.
Sure you are.
Yeah, right.
You were in the car with the windows up.
Exactly. The heat blasting. All right, let's do an email or two and get out of here.
Okay.
Cult leader, T. Roy. So, I work for a manufacturer in West Michigan. We have a company blog where I'll see posts about changes to our IT department, recent sales wins, new hires, retirement plans, etc. It's normally just a basic place for people to share ideas and news. Last week, some absolutely disgusting employee thought it would be a good idea to post how important it is for women to be cognizant of how their work cycles should sync up with their lady cycles. What the actual fuck? Why is this important to share with us? Should I post an article?
Wait, your work cycle
Yeah.
and your pussy cycle
Yeah.
sync up.
You know they can do that when broads all get together. Like all the hens get together.
Well, no, I understand. Well, so wait, all the that's what I'm asking. Or like, are we talking about you just take those fucking 3 to 5 days off, or are we talking about that all the chicks have to be on the same cycle so everyone's a cunt at once, or what are we talking about here?
I don't know. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I didn't pull the PDF with all the pages of comments. Maybe I'll do that. There were a lot that were.
What do you think that means? Their work cycle and their
work cycle to make sure. Wait, women to be cognizant of how their work cycles should sync up with their lady cycles. How important it is for women to be cognizant. Why would that be important?
I don't know. I mean, but what is the work cycle?
I would think 9 to 5.
That's the only thing I don't know. Well, it's not like a shift thing with your period. It's days.
Right. But
right. You should, okay, women. We need to be cognizant. We need to get this thing on the starting at 5 o'clock on a Friday. We need to get this thing over in the weekend and shut it down by 8 a.m. on Monday morning. That way we don't have any downtime on the line.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I don't understand.
I pulled together screenshots of the post and created a PDF. Of course, this type of content is openly praised on every single comment. See for yourself how awful this was. We're doomed. Keep up the great work. Thanks for all you and T-Roy do. This is from a Jim. Jim, I certainly don't want to say where you work or anything like that. Apparently, you're on the west side of the state, which is
Thank
good.
you, Jim.
Send us more info about it because I'm as confused. I'm more confused now.
Yeah, I don't understand the work cycle part of that equation.
Yeah,
I
don't
just
either.
don't.
Ask T-Roy, Goonhand.
Oh boy.
Settle down, T-Roy. You have no idea what that broad did. Perhaps she's been coming at him with a butcher knife or a pistol. I'd beat the shit out of anyone, or at least try, if that were the case. My point is, you don't know. Everybody makes mistakes. She obviously hasn't learned from hers and doesn't want to improve herself. Why is it the emailer's fault? He should modify his method of trying to help his wife. Obviously, laying goon hands isn't working.
Adapt and overcome, right?
Yeah.
This is. I've said that all along.
He's been putting hands on her in a real bad way.
In such a bad way.
In such a bad way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while I've said extensively that I would never lay hands on a
still
woman,
cracks me up, man.
put hands on a woman.
Yeah.
I put a disclaimer on there. Just never say never. In that exact same circumstance, I will fucking knock a bitch out if she's coming at me like that. I will try to disarm, but push comes to shove, there's a knife, there's a gun, there's something else coming at me. Out cold.
Yeah.
I'll fucking lay. I mean.
Yeah. You lay your
But
goon hand.
But you got to get me to that point. It's not going to be because you burnt the meatloaf again.
Whoa.
Again.
Again,
Right?
yeah. I mean, how many times are you going to put up with torched meatloaf?
That's why I clarified the again.
I might beat the shit out of her for serving meatloaf again. Too much meatloaf.
Meatloaf again.
Again? You know, maybe one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, we've made it so that, like, you should, under no circumstances ever, lay a hand on a woman. It's like, okay, great.
Yeah.
You know, so now we all have to play that game like,
Sure.
oh, it's never acceptable under any circumstance. Really? Under any circumstance?
Yeah.
Really?
I may not start out with a straight closed fist right cross. I mean, I might go backhand.
Who's to say?
Throw an elbow, something,
You might grab a glove and backhand him like an old school fucking challenge him to a duel, sir.
Yeah. But if there's a crazy bitch with a knife coming at me, by any means necessary.
Yeah.
I ain't getting stabbed.
Yeah.
I'm not losing this one.
In fact, I was watching, reminded me really interestingly, I was watching one of the sequels, Taylor Sheridan's, it was either 1923 or 18, part of the Yellowstone world. Prequel, yeah. And there's Smoking Hot Blonde, and this like hunter guy is from America. He's part of the Dutton family at Yellowstone.
Funny how so many of them are hot
it's crazy.
in the 1800s.
Yeah. But anyways, he meets her. She's at her wedding. Like things going on. She clearly doesn't like this guy. Long story short, throughout the episode, blah, 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 she engages with him and, starts talking to him. Next thing you know, she's running out of her own wedding, hops in his car, and she's gone. Well,
wait, in his car?
Yeah, 1920s. There were cars. Yeah.
Okay.
So further down the episode,
like the first one.
lineage. Yeah. These are Model Ts, man. They're not on mopeds. So, anyways,
I just assumed that was going to be jumped on his horse and rode away.
It would have been in the 1880s one. Nonetheless, months and months and months go by. All this fucking shit goes on, and now he's being called back to the ranch. Only this man of a son can handle the attacks they're taking, and he's always trying to preserve this land in Montana, that everyone's trying to take from him, and whatever. And so he's got to get back to America with his new bride. Well, they just so happen to be catching a boat.
Titanic?
Think the Titanic. It looks like the Titanic.
The Queen Elizabeth, perhaps.
Whatever it was. And they're taking this to somewhere and then able to catch a quick 2-week fucking flight over wherever in America. But it just so happens that her whole ex-family, soon-to-be family, and they're all royalty. They're on this cruise, and they see her.
How ironic!
And so the was-to-be husband challenges the new husband to a duel.
Okay.
He comes and slaps him across the face with a white glove.
Oh yeah,
That's
a strong move.
Choose your weapon, sir. And the guy's like, bro, I'm not interested in.
I already got the girl. Fuck off.
You have no spine. I've challenged you to a duel. Choose your weapon. He's like looking at the kid's family. He's like, I hunt and kill things for a living. Do you really?
You really want this idiot to die?
This rich fucking moron.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not choosing the weapon. You choose the weapon. And he goes with the sword. And apparently he's a marksman sword. And this dude just fucking throttles this kid, just embarrasses him.
Knocks it down one time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And doesn't,
doesn't kill him? Of course.
Well, he ends up dying, but yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't want to.
Oh, spoiler alert.
But I haven't seen someone challenged to a duel with a backhanded glove slap.
Such a strong move.
And choose your weapon.
That
really happened.
I would give anything to be able to fucking to glove slap somebody.
Backhand.
Yeah.
Too.
Of course, backhand. You have to start. No. Because it would be a backhand followed with the forehand.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to come back with the forehand. You have to come back with
some
the forehand
elevated
to
speed.
fill it. Yes.
Yeah.
You got to have the second one in there.
Bow.
Yeah.
Really give it to him. Yeah. I don't think those days are coming back. I wish they would. Think about how more gentlemanly this world would be if you had to challenge someone to a duel.
Yeah.
And then choose your weapons, sir.
Yeah.
As long as you never challenged anybody and you only accept challenges, just master one instrument. Quick draw.
Sure.
I'm the quickest draw in the West, man. I don't know what
Choose
to
your
tell
weapon. Bare knuckles.
You. Yeah, bare knuckles.
Let's go, sir.
Brass knuckles. I
Let's
don't
go,
care
sir.
what your weapon is, just be good with it.
Yep.
Bow and arrow. Slingshot.
Whatever.
I
had a great thumbs down the other day, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, yesterday. Going up 75, some asshole in the left lane going 70 miles an hour, the speed limit. There is a mile of traffic behind him. Would go just enough in front of the car next to it. And there's two other. Now, it can't even be mad at the two other cars. 3 lanes of traffic. But the 2 other cars are going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But they're in the proper lanes.
I think you only forgive the guy far right for that.
Yes.
The guy in the middle's
middle,
better.
there's blame enough to go around for the middle. But I'm not, again,
It's not who you're
he's
mad
not
at.
blocking the left lane, right? But this idiot, and it would go just enough and then fucking down.
Yeah.
Slow it back down. Just enough to where the car behind it, because I wasn't right behind him. I was a few cars back. At one point, I hit it. I got over to the right when there was an on-ramp. I fucking zipped over, hit the on-ramp, stood on it, passed the 2 cars, the guy in the right lane to get in front of the other car. Now, I could have just been gone because there was 10 miles of open fucking road. 800 cars behind me.
Yeah, sure.
But I couldn't even see a car in front of me is how fucking bad this was.
I hate these people.
I could have taken the high road and just gone.
You didn't, though.
I zipped right back into the middle lane, slowed down, made that car slow down just enough for that bitch in the left lane to get right next to me. It took a while before she fucking looked over. She knew what she did. She knew what the fuck she was doing.
Yeah.
She did not want to look over. I was relentless. I stayed right there, mirrored, window to window, staring at her the entire way.
Until she finally gave you the glance.
And then she finally looked over one time, and I went, and just fucking stood on it and took off. It was so satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was emphatic. It was a
boom, hard and fast, thumbs down. I love it.
Yes,
I love
it was so good.
You know, there's very few things I'm proud about this show, but when things catch, Tapas I'm very proud of.
Of course.
The thumbs down will live. Because we're getting more and more stories of people doing it, you know, and I don't read the ones on air that happen on Twitter. I save it for when people email us.
Yeah.
But there's more and more
getting
people
traction
out there
for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, try it. There is just
satisfying.
something about it. There's something that warms the cockles of your heart.
Yeah.
In it. It's
You
so
can't
satisfying.
get mad at the person throwing the thumbs down.
It's so satisfying.
Now, you want to be clear.
They can get mad at you. They can get mad at you, but your conscience is clear. In that fucking interaction.
Well, what you don't want to do is be screaming at them and head bobbing and thumbs downing, because then you've basically made it a middle finger without a middle finger.
And that might have been one of the most emphatic thumbs down that I've thrown.
You said emphatic, but your face didn't change.
No, my face did not. No, I was stone faced the whole time. Just dead eye, dead fucking pan. Stared right in the eye. Had to wait. Till I got that eye contact.
Fucking thumbs down.
So good.
All right, T. Let's
go.
call it there. If you'd like to join the conversation, Walters at DetroitCast.com. We'll be back tomorrow for an all-new episode. We'll see y'all then.